lads, it's the last lap. Rode my coach as he stood comfortably on the side of the track. Me and my teammates, drenched in sweat from running the 9 laps prior, gathered ourselves for the treacherous last stretch. Praying for that finish lap and hoping to be delivered from the evils of endurance training, we strolled on. We could taste the 10 minutes of rest that we so craved as we neared the end. Or at least, that's what we thought. Yet, to the horror of many, our coach glanced at his watch and cried out loud, "One more lap, and if any one of you stop, the whole team has to do 5 more." Toastmaster and my fellow Gaveliers, up until this moment, the word responsibility was of no significance to me. Of course, I knew its definition, but to grasp its true meaning, I had to finish that last lap. We were exhausted, out of breath, and barely able to stand up. Our legs were spent. Our hearts were beating out of our chests, and our lungs were screaming for more oxygen. Simply put, we had every reason to stop. Yet somehow, each and every one of us managed to put one foot in front of the other as we kept going. One more step, we said to ourselves, and then one more, and then another, until we finally made our way to the finish line. Amidst all the chaos, one thing was clear. None of us had stopped running. Oh no, not because we enjoyed it, but because we knew that if one of us did stop, the whole team would have to face the consequences. All of us had fought through our physical discomforts because of the belief that the person next to you would do the same. In other words, we had all held the responsibility of not letting each other down. And after this moment, it occurred to me that it is the same when it comes to life. So from that day on, whenever I found myself in a tight spot, may it be in sports, studies, or in life, I'd always think about the people who had supported me, held me up, and been around me, and I'd do it for them. I'd see my teammates push their bodies to the point that they could barely walk and think to myself, if they could do that for me, I had to do it for them. I'd see my parents come home from their jobs, often exhausted, and think, if they could work that hard to take care of me, I had to work hard for them. Even if it meant I had to stay up late, studying till 2 a.m., sleep for 2 hours, get up at 4, head for practice, and do it all over again the next day. One more step became one more question completed, one more hour of study, and one more day of hard work. And over time, all the one mores added up. I was able to do well in my sport and in my studies. That fateful final lap had forever changed my perspective of the world around me and forged me into the person I am today. So, in whatever challenges you may face in life, always remember to look around at the people who have held you up, and in them, you will find inspiration to say one more step. Over to you, Toastmaster.